Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the contestants who are leading in points so far in this year's competition. And aren't they lovely? How about a nice hand? Our number of entrants is an all-time record. Over 300 dogs representing more than 24 breeds. As you know, with 3 more days of judging still ahead of us, anything can happen. We have a very special guest this year. You all know him from his commercials as the Chow Time Dog. Last year's champion here at the West Side Kennel Club Annual Dog Show, the one and only Skippy. Skippy's owner and trainer is Tom Keats, this year's judge for Best in Show competition. Tom?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this big guy. Good boy, Skippy.
Yeah. Let's continue now with our parade of entrants. This is Roxy.
You look fabulous, Victoria.
I know. Has Tom signed Skippy's contract yet?
Not exactly.
You are the dog's agent, Danny. Do we have a deal for his name on our dog food or not?
It'll work out. Not to worry. Not to worry. Skippy is going to do the new ad campaign for Chow Time Foods. Trust me.
I'll trust you when I see his paw print on that contract.
Oh, we have to talk.
There's nothing to talk about. The answer is still no, Dr. Hampton.
I've given my word. Now, you can't do this to me.
You know what? I just did.
This 4-year-old Afghan.
There you go, boy. It's from France.
Skippy, there's my little star.
Great. Here's the boss.
Oh, how's my $1 million baby?
Well, Victoria, what a surprise.
Yes, I thought I'd just drop by and scout a little dog talent. After all, this is where I discovered Skippy.
That's right. That's a great idea. That way, if we can't make a deal, you could hire one of these, unknowns. Well, of course, that'd be a little like using Joe Blow instead of Tom Cruise in the firm, but, hey, it's your company. Well, I think I'm gonna take Skippy here for a walk. I left this little scooper in my car. Would you get that for me? Thank you. Finally found something an agent is good for. Bye-bye.
First time with entrants.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Sweetheart, do the big guy a favor and go fetch Antoinette's sweater. Don't get me started, Keats. Come in peace.
Yeah, just like last year when you body slammed me after the preliminaries. You know, you broke 3 of my ribs.
Ancient history. Things are different now.
That's right. This year I'm the judge.
Look, Tom, I'm thinking of retiring Antoinette to breed next year. And it'd be nice if she went out a winner.
Think again. You might as well go home now because you and your dog are exactly the same.
We'll be taking a short break.
Loser.
The judges arrange the lineup for our next round of competition.
Good boy, Skippy. Good boy. Was that good? All right. Bye-bye. All right, we got about 5 minutes before the show starts. That's just enough time for me to have a little dinner and you have a little pit stop. Go on.
It's Burke's Law.
Are you still on your way to Santa Barbara?
As soon as I grab a bite. Henry, what do you got for lunch?
First, Henry has this for you. Golf shoes, tennis racket, shoe shine kit.
I was thinking more of a turkey on whole wheat.
Henry's been spring cleaning.
These belong in your guest house, not the living room.
Chief Burke here.
Tell me, Henry, exactly how many times a year do you spring clean?
Not funny. Look at this place. It's a mess.
It's spotless.
Perhaps to an untrained eye like yours.
Okay, got it. We're on our way. West Side Kennel Club, another doggone murder.
Don't worry, Henry. Next spring will be here before you know it. Thanks. Lunch.
It's Tom Keats.
Am I supposed to know him?
Not him, his dog. Skippy.
Oh, yeah, he's the star of those funny dog food commercials.
Yeah, those funny dog food commercials generated $300 million in sales last year.
And who are you?
Danny Bernard, Skippy's agent. Now this is Victoria Lancer, president of Chowtime Pet Foods.
How do you do? I've already given my statement to the other officer. Any chance of getting out of here?
Just a few questions, Miss Lancer. Were you a friend of Mr. Keats?
A friend of his? I'm sure you could search high and low and not be able to come up with many people to fit that description.
Then I take that as no.
I didn't see anything until Skippy led us to the body. I am sorry.
What about the dog? Who gets him now?
Tom always said if anything happened to him that Skippy should go to his ex-wife, Laura Gardner.
The model?
Yeah, that's right. She lives in Malibu.
Thank you. If I need anything else, I'll, whistle.
Your murder weapon.
Dog leash.
I'll check it for fingerprints. But you know what we come up with? Incidentally, it's just like in the movies. The dog discovered the body.
Where's Skippy now?
He's with his vet, Dr. Paul Hampton.
Let's, fetch some information.
Dogs have feelings just like humans. They love and they mourn.
How long have you been Skippy's vet?
Almost 3 years now, ever since Tom started entering him into competition.
Do you know anyone who had a reason to want Tom Keats dead?
This is a high-stakes competition, Chief Burke.
Dog eat dog, so to speak.
Exactly. And Tom had a knack of rubbing people the wrong way.
How did he rub you?
Well, except for Skippy, I was probably the man's best friend. If you'll excuse me now, I have to see a man about a dog.
Yeah, rough day, huh, fella? Ah, he likes me.
Could be the donut. Skippy witnessed the murder. He might be able to tell us who the killer is.
Yeah, if he sees the killer, he might bark or growl. We should take Skippy with us when we interview suspects.
For that, we need permission from Tom Keats' ex-wife, Laura Gardner.
Model in Malibu. Sounds like a job for me.
You lucky dog.
What's the matter, good boy? What's the matter? Hey. Skippy! Skippy, where are you going? Skippy! Skippy, come back here! Skippy! Skippy!
That dog's a ham. Sometimes he'll come if you clap. Down here. Laura Gardner.
I never forget a face. I've seen it on enough magazine covers.
Skippy! Skippy, I love you too. But Skippy, not now. You mind getting me out of here?
Not at all. I'm glad you love Skippy because he's yours now.
Who are you?
Peter Burke, homicide.
Ah, I heard about Tom on the news. Oh, what a shame. I'll miss him.
Really? You did divorce the guy?
Yeah, probably has more to do with my general rotten luck with men. That's how I ended up there. An argument with my latest soon-to-be ex-boyfriend. He covered me up, picked a fight, and abandoned me.
A fool, obviously.
be surprised how hard it is to find a nice guy. You mind?
Love to.
So, Detective Burke, what's your story? Any weird hang-ups?
None that I've been told.
Seeing anyone?
No.
What a shame.
Miss Gardner.
Oh, Laura.
Laura, we think Skippy may have witnessed the murder. It's a long shot, but we're hoping you might help us find the killer.
And you want to borrow him?
I promise to take good care of him.
All right.
Thanks.
Oh, and Detective Burke, when it's time for bed, Skippy likes to crawl into your lap and cuddle. So do I.
I'll keep that in mind. When was the last time you talked to Tom?
Oh, about a week ago. He was in a terrible mood. Hey, you know, as a matter of fact, if you're looking for suspects, you might start right there.
Where?
With Skippy's agent, Danny Bernard.
Why?
If cops had agents, you'd understand. Tom and Danny were fighting like cats and dogs.
Over what?
What else? Money. You will take good care of Skippy.
I promise. Thanks.
Hello, Skippy. I've always been a sucker for a pretty face. Police, right?
We'd like to speak with Mr. Bernard.
Oh, I'm sorry, but he's with a very important client.
You take my word for it, this Murphy Brown shot, it's gonna be a big break for Roscoe. Next week we'll do lunch, sweetheart. Come on, Roscoe. Skippy! Skippy, my main dog. Give me 5.
Seems you get along better with Skippy than you did with his master.
Oh, I didn't say a word.
Well, I guess it was no secret. Tom and I screamed at each other all the time.
About what?
About everything. Look, before I started booking animals, I used to handle actors. Tom was one of my clients. Good-looking guy, but he just couldn't quite cut it in the talent department. So after he hit the big time with Skippy, he just couldn't wait to rub everybody's nose in it. Producers, directors, me, especially me.
He resented you.
Hey, he resented that he needed me, you know. And as a show of power, he would threaten to kill every deal, including Skippy's campaign with Chowtown.
Question is, did you kill Tom Keats to save the deal?
Look, did I threaten and yell at Tom Keats? Absolutely. That's what I do for a living. First day as an agent, they take you out for yelling lessons. But did I kill him? There's no percentage in that.
Are you saying we're barking up the wrong tree?
You're not even in the right forest.
Then why don't you point us in another direction?
Okay. I saw somebody fighting with Tom just before he was killed.
Who?
Skippy's veterinarian, Dr. Paul Hampton.
Sick 'em.
Oh, boy, Skip, look at this place, huh? Come on, let's go inside. Come on, good boy.
Right this way.
Wild.
Hi.
Hi.
Police. I'm looking for Dr. Hampton. He's expecting me.
I'll let him know you're here.
Okay, thank you. Skippy, Skippy, get down. Skippy, get down. You're right. It is a dog kennel.
Actually, we don't use the K word here. We consider the Beverly Hills Pet Palace like a hotel. Hello, Skippy. We have private rooms, fresh linen daily. Our deluxe suites have little fire hydrants. And we can also arrange for companionship for our little guests if necessary.
Another satisfied customer.
Well, when Tom Keats had to travel, Skippy had his own suite.
Actually, Tom Keats, the reason I'm here. You were seen arguing with him minutes before he was killed. I'd like to know what you were fighting about.
Well, frankly, it was over money.
How much money?
Well, not a lot. It was just the principle of everything. Skippy had done his first Chow Time commercial. He was playing a Viking dog who saved the village from marauders. Well, he got sick. Worms, don't you know? Victoria Lance, who was the owner of Chow Time, she wanted to fire Skippy. Tom Keats called me from location. I flew there at my own expense. I worked like a dog to get Skippy back on his feet. And he finished the commercial without a hitch. Tom promised me a substantial bonus.
And he never paid it.
I wanted the money, but to be perfectly honest, I was the veterinarian for the hottest animal star in America. I mean, I would have been a fool to kill Tom Keats over an unpaid vet's bill.
Skippy has had absolutely no reaction to anyone we've interrogated. Maybe Skippy didn't witness Tom Keats' murder.
Maybe we haven't met our killer yet. What have you got, Lily?
I confirmed the dog leash is the murder weapon, but I couldn't find any fingerprints.
Then we got nothing.
Well, I didn't say that. I found a hair on the leash. It was dyed white.
So we're looking for a killer who dyes his hair.
It was a dog hair.
Apparently from a very vain pooch.
Well, we ran a comparison with hair from every entrant in the dog show, and we came up with a match. A white French poodle.
Well, there's only one on the list. Antoinette. Owned by Archie McRae.
That's Mad Dog McRae, the professional wrestler.
Well, Skippy, maybe our case hasn't gone to the dogs yet. Chief Burke, homicide. We called you earlier.
That's all I could do to work in. You see, my schedule's a little tight. That's my girls.
You know Skippy?
Yeah, sure. How you doing? How you doing?
We've got a few questions.
Like what?
The dog leash that killed Tom Keats. We found a hair on it from Antoinette, your dog. Any idea how it got there?
The leash was probably hers. Later that day, I realized it was missing.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Besides Antoinette? Yeah, I told a few people.
How'd your dog leash wind up around Tom Keats' neck?
The leash was in Antoinette's unlocked travel kit. Anybody could have got to it. Hey, if all you guys has got is a dog hair on a dog leash from a dog show, remind me not to vote for the next tax increase for cops' salaries.
We understand you and Tom Keats had an argument the morning he was killed.
You here for a confession? I'll give you one. I hated Tom Keats. He was a liar and a cheat. Used every dirty dog show trick in the book. Spiked dogs drinking water. Brought an extra dog in heat. Last year, he put hairspray on Antoinette. He got her disqualified.
And you killed him?
No, I didn't kill him. Just because I do what I do for a living, everybody thinks I'm a monster. Really, I'm a pussycat. Meow.
What's going on?
You want breakfast? You're gonna have to make it yourself. Henry is busy this morning, cleaning.
Cleaning what?
Dog hair all over the furniture. Dirt from the unpotted plants. Feathers. Bad, bad dog. Hate when they play on my emotions.
Poor Skippy, huh? He really misses his master.
I know. He hasn't eaten since yesterday.
I'm having a little trouble getting something to eat around here myself, Dad.
Well, have a bagel. Catch up on the latest news from the business section.
What's this about, Skippy?
Well, it seems Chow Time Pet Food is back in business with our little house guest. The contracts have been signed for a new commercial campaign. You certainly know how to keep a secret.
Despite the death of Tom Keats, Victoria Lancer, president of Chow Time Pet Foods, have announced they're moving forward with their hugely successful Skippy commercials. The new campaign will go into production early next month, huh?
And when Tom Keats was alive, he wouldn't sign with Chow Time. The day after he's dead, the deal's closed.
Victoria Lancer must be some businesswoman.
I suggest we find out Victoria's secret.
I love the look, but I want to make sure that it doesn't overwhelm our product. Chief Burke, detective. Hello, Skippy. I expect you're wondering about the costumes. They are for our most exciting commercial yet. The setting, ancient Rome. Skippy saves an entire city from burning. After eating a big bowl full of chow-time dog food, of course.
Of course.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, you were wondering how you managed to put together the new deal for Skippy that quickly.
Simple. Tom was impossible to work with. Skippy's new owner's a dream.
The ex-wife, Laura Gardner.
Mm-hmm. Smart girl. She's going to make us up a lot of money.
Laura came to you and offered to sign the new contracts?
No, Skippy's agent, Danny Bernard. He said now that Tom's gone, we could finally get down to business. He put the whole thing together. As a matter of fact, the new papers were drawn up so quickly anyone would think he'd done them in advance. But he couldn't have, could he? I mean, unless...
Unless he knew that Tom Keats was going to roll over and play dead. You better track down Danny Bernard. Skippy and I'll do a little digging on our own.
You know the real genius of being an agent? It's not cutting the deals. It's spotting the talent. Stars sell themselves.
What are we looking at here?
That pig. I know what you're thinking. It's just a pig. But you're wrong. Look at him. Look how the kids respond to him. That's real charisma. Star quality.
I bet you already have a deal drawn up for him, too.
What is that supposed to mean?
You had a deal in place with Laura Gardner before Tom Keats was killed.
Wrong.
Oh, it's just a coincidence. Your new deal makes the papers less than 24 hours after Tom Keats was murdered.
Not a coincidence. It's just good business.
It's also a good motive for murder.
Oh, get real, detective. Come on. Skippy's my top client. He's worth millions of dollars. Look, if I didn't sign his new owner real fast, somebody else would have. Like that guy over there. He's an agent with commercial animal agency. Yeah. And he's just about to steal my pig.
Wait a second. I'm not finished.
Look, you think Tom Keats was killed because of a business deal, right? So do I. But it wasn't my deal. What did Dr. Hampton tell you about the franchise?
What franchise?
Chain of pet hotels. Skippy's name attached to it? Didn't he mention it?
No.
Didn't he tell you he was on a hook for $500,000 because of Tom's promises? And didn't he tell you that Tom pulled out at the last minute because he thought it would cheapen Skippy's image? Didn't the good doctor tell you any of that?
No.
Very interesting.
It's a done deal. Regardless.
Not so fast, Barry. Get away from him. I saw that pig first.
Not this time. I'll see you in court, yeah? Come on, boy.
Danny Bernard was right. According to Dr. Hampton's bank records, he was overextended to the tune of $500,000. Yesterday, the bank called a note.
I know what Vinny would say.
What? Oof. Why did I ask? Come on. Hello.
Hello.
We're looking for Dr. Hampton.
Oh, I haven't seen him since his last appointment about 2 hours ago.
Skippy!
Skippy. Skippy. What's the matter, Skippy? Oh, my. Strangled with a dog leash. Come on, Skippy.
Any luck getting the little guy to eat something?
No, not a bite.
Well, why should he eat when we want him to? He hasn't done anything we told him. Maybe it isn't Skippy. Maybe it's a stand-in, huh?
I think our Skippy worries are over.
Okay, I'm here. Oh, there he is. Look at that. He's nothing but fur and bones. What a shame. What would Rin Tin Tin say? Oh, my goodness. Skippy, you gotta eat something.
Hello, Vinny.
Yeah, hello. I came over as soon as I heard about this hunger strike. Ramon, go in the kitchen and make delicious. Go. Now, listen, leave everything to me. I have had dogs ever since I was a puppy myself. I remember once I saved a collie's life. Looked exactly like Lassie. I was 9 going on 10. And they put my picture in the paper. My mother still has that clipping in her pocketbook. Yeah. And they gave me all the ice cream I could eat. Which led to the domestic problem you see before you now. But enough about me. On to the incapacitated quadruped.
You really think you can help?
Oh, sure. Are you kidding? Stand back. First, you gotta let them know who's boss. All right. Pay attention. Skippy, show us what you do at dinner time.
How'd you make him do that?
Hand signals. Oh, yeah. You know Benji, the movie star? He used to come into my restaurant all the time. What a disposition. Oh, he was beautiful. At mealtime, he turned into an animal. He used to come there with a dirty blonde terrier, a real dog. Forget about it. And if he didn't straighten up, his trainer would give him one of these. Straighten him right out. And if he didn't finish his supper, I would put it in a people bag, a little people bag, and he would take it home.
Amazing. Who taught you those hand commands?
The trainer. You know, they use the hand signals when they're doing commercials or making movies because if they use the verbal commands, then it would interfere with the actors, you know, when they're talking.
So it's kind of like a universal hand signals for dogs.
Yes, exactly. Here, and if you want to impress your friends, you do one of these. Oh, that's good. Forget guard tricks, right? Good boy. Okay, all right. Come on. Oh, yes, but what a doll. Good, you're feeling better. See, he's getting his appetite back. When you roll on the floor, it does that. Works for me every time. Yes, good boy.
Thank you, Vinny. I think you've helped us lick the problem.
Lick the problem. I got it. Come on, boy. We're gonna have a snack. Okay, Ramon, easy on the garlic. He's gonna be with people. Ramon.
I'm glad that's over. And what have you got there?
Dr. Hampton's appointment book. You'll never guess who his last appointment was with.
Peter, save the suspense for your memoirs.
The wrestler, Mad Dog McRae.
Interesting, but it doesn't prove that he killed Dr. Hampton.
No, but when you put it together with Mad Dog's background check, it becomes more than interesting. 10 years ago, Mad Dog was arrested in Texas for attempted murder. He tried to choke a cowboy in a bar with a leather belt.
Excellent preparation for his wrestling career. Peter, why don't we go see if Mad Dog learned any new tricks?
Oh, detectives. Coffee, tea, maybe a Boilermaker.
No, thanks.
Dave's the final round of competition at the dog show. We want to be ready to kick butt. Right, Antoinette?
I've got a bone to pick with you, Mr. McRae. Your conviction for attempted murder.
Oh, yes, my Texas youth. I was a kid. I was wild. I made some mistakes. I paid my debt to society, got my act together, so to speak, and brought it into the ring. Except for a few blemishes. All-American success story.
The blemish involved the use of a leather belt.
Since Tom Keats was killed with a leather leash, you automatically thought of me.
You were the last person scheduled in Dr. Hampton's appointment book. The last one to see him alive.
Except the killer.
But you did see Dr. Hampton yesterday.
I did. And I flew immediately to Reno for a match. And I got 5,000 wrestling fans to prove it.
They can't prove you didn't kill Dr. Hampton before you got on that plane.
I guess you'll just have to take my word for that.
Excuse me.
Tell me, why did you visit Dr. Hampton?
Antoinette gets upset when I have to leave town. I had Dr. Hampton give her a sedative. We left his office. Antoinette was relaxed. Dr. Hampton was alive.
That was the dog food queen, Victoria Lancer. She's got something to show us.
Never keep a lady waiting.
Burke's Law.
Victoria's running a little behind. Take a look at these script pages and be prepared to take off your shirt. Someone screwed up here. We're not seeing Roman senators until tomorrow.
I'm younger than I look. We've already got the part. Homicide detectives. Ms. Lancer's expecting us.
Fine.
Peter, Chief Burke. Great meeting, Tony. Looking forward to the callback. Oh, where's my little star?
He's out with Henry watering the lawn.
Please, come in.
Okay, people out in the patio. Romans to the left, Christians to the right.
Do sit down.
You wanted to see us?
This isn't easy for me. I think I know who killed Tom Keats.
Who?
His ex-wife, Laura Gardner.
Why?
When we signed the new deal for Skippy, she insisted on being in the commercials as well. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm glad to have her. She's a big star in her own right.
What are you saying, Miss Lancer? That Laura Gardner killed her ex-husband because she wanted to star in a dog food commercial?
Well, she said that being in the commercial was non-negotiable. It was a deal breaker. That's when I knew that the rumors were true.
Rumors, Ms. Lancer?
There have been stories for weeks in advertising circles that Laura Gardner is on the verge of bankruptcy.
Laura Gardner's on half the magazine covers on every newsstand. She's a spokeswoman for a shampoo company.
Mm-hmm. But like a lot of models, she wants to make it in the movies. Now, between you and me, she is not the world's greatest actress. Nobody took her seriously. So, last year, she invested every penny she had in a movie project of her own. The word is, it is a bomb. It's unreleasable. She's going to lose millions.
But now that she's got Skippy, she's going to make millions.
You got it.
Well, that's a good theory, Ms. Lancer. But flawed.
Laura Gardner wasn't at the dog show when Tom Keats was murdered.
Are you sure? I got these back from my photographer just before I called you. They were taken at the Kennel Club the morning that Tom Keats was killed. Now, I am not saying that Laura Gardner is the guilty party. I mean, frankly, I hope she's not. But I do need this matter sorted out. I don't want to start filming the new Skippy commercials with a murderess as co-star.
Burke, thank God you're here.
What's the matter?
Well, I just got the script for Skippy's new commercial. Something about it isn't working. I need your help.
Sure. You want me to bark?
No, you're the Roman guard who's ravaging me just before Skippy comes to the rescue.
We're supposed to be kissing.
Yeah, and they say show business is tough.
Sorry, Laura. The only thing I need from you right now are some answers.
Answers?
You lied to me about being at the dog show the morning Tom was killed. Why?
I didn't lie to you about being there. I just never said I was.
And now we know you were. And you look pretty angry arguing with your soon-to-be dead ex-husband.
I was only at the dog show for a few minutes. I didn't see anything. Tom was alive when I left.
What were you fighting about?
What else? Money.
He needed some.
No, he wanted to give me some. I turned him down, he got upset.
Whoa. Let's try a slow-motion replay on that.
Look, Tom knew that I was in desperate straits because of my movie. I was gonna lose everything. This house, everything I owned. He offered to bail me out. For a price.
Which was?
We get back together again. He promised to give me the money if I agreed to move back in with him.
Sounds like a pretty tempting offer.
Yeah, for some people, maybe. I know a lot of women who'd gladly barter their affections for security, but I'm not one of them.
You should have told me you were there.
Well, maybe I can think of a way to make it up to you.
No, Laura, no more love scenes right now.
No, that's not what I meant. I have some papers I think you should see. These are from Tom's files on Skippy. The payment receipts from Danny Bernard. Now, I've been checking them against the contracts. Danny never was very good with details. You see this? These are his agency's monthly statements.
Some agent. Looks like Danny was cheating Tom.
He was holding back 3 times his legal agency commissions for the commercial endorsements, the merchandising, the personal appearances, everything. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen. Maybe Tom found out and Danny had to kill him.
I'd like to take these with me.
You sure you can't stay? I really could use some help with my lines.
Actually, I think your lines are just fine. Thanks for the lead.
Anytime.
The chimp bid who? On her what? Well, why do I need insurance? I'm just his agent. Look, I gotta call you back. Where'd you get these?
Laura Gardner.
What'd you do with the missing money, Danny?
All right, you got me. I skimmed a little bit off the top. About $263,000 so far.
You seem pretty blasé about grand larceny. This account's under Tom Keats' name.
Yeah, that's right. Tom could never hang on to a buck. When I handled him as an actor, he was always broke. He was always hitting me for a loan. And that's why I dropped him.
Was he aware of your payroll savings plan?
Hey, look, it's like that old Henny Youngman joke, you know the guy in Las Vegas who says to his wife, "Give me the money I told you not to give me." Well, it's the only way I can get Tom to put away some money. I mean, Skippy's a hell of an act, but I've seen bigger careers disappear overnight, you know?
That still doesn't mean you didn't kill him. So don't you disappear overnight.
Skippy, get down. Henry's gonna skin you alive. Get down. Skippy, down.
You certainly have a way with animals, Peter.
Aha! On the couch again.
Henry, do not hit him. I will get him down.
I would never hit him. Look, Finney sent this. It's got all the dog signals.
What's the one for get down?
Page 20, I think.
No, that's roll over. Give me that.
Maybe you can get him to roll off the couch.
Here. Skippy. Oops, that's not it. Skippy.
Good boy.
Thanks, Dad.
No, I was talking to the dog. Now make him bark again.
Skippy.
Now stop him. That's it. Skippy, you are truly a hero. He just told me who killed Tom Keats. Thank you, everyone, for coming back here today on such short notice. It won't take long.
What won't take long?
Arresting Tom Keats' killer. From the very beginning, something about this case bothered me. We had an eyewitness to the murder, and yet he couldn't identify the killer.
You mean Skippy?
That's right. We brought Skippy along on every interview, assuming he'd react when confronted with the killer. But he didn't, not to any of you. Why?
Maybe none of us here is the killer.
Oh, one of you is the killer, all right, and I can prove it. Peter.
Come on, Skippy.
Sit. Mad Dog. I think you owe us a confession.
I didn't kill anyone.
No? I saw your championship match on television last night. You absolutely murdered Captain Crush. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Danny, how could you?
What? How could I what? I didn't kill anybody.
I know. You just broke the hearts of a lot of children when you stole that pig away from the petting zoo. Laura, this isn't easy for me.
Now, wait a minute.
I've become very fond of Skippy, and now he's yours. And I just hope you give him the love and affection he deserves. Take good care of him. the matter, Miss Lancer? You look tense.
I'm fine.
Then why is your hand balled in a fist? Relax.
What's wrong with him?
Nothing's wrong with him. He's finally able to tell us that Victoria killed his master.
That is a lie.
No, it isn't. When we first came to see you at your house, Skippy didn't react because you had a tennis ball in your hand. You used the ball to disguise this hand signal, the closed fist. Sit and be quiet.
And then you called us back to frame Laura. You clutched a script in your hand, again to disguise the closed fist, just in case we brought Skippy back with us.
Shut up! I built my company from nothing. I struggled for years. I could barely make ends meet.
Until Tom Keats brought you Skippy.
Yes. Finally, all my hard work came through. But then Tom wanted to leave. He was going to take Skippy to canine kibble. I couldn't let that happen.
So you got rid of Tom Keats.
Why'd you kill Dr. Hampton?
He saw me kill Tom. He tried to blackmail me.
Victoria, you of all people should know. If you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. Take her for a walk, Peter.
Come on, Skippy.
It's going to be quiet around here without him.
I must admit, I've grown attached to the little fella.
If he ever needs a place to stay.
Oh, hey, thanks for everything. Come on, Skippy, how about a nice run on the beach? What about you?
Sounds nice. I'll give you a call.
You better.
I will. Okay, bye-bye. Dad?
Yeah?
How come you never got me a dog?
You never had any luck with animals. They always ran away.
What about that ant farm?
You broke it. Henry had to soak the house in bug killer for a week.
I came as soon as I heard that you lost Skippy. I'm so sorry. I know how much you loved him.
Vinny, I hope you haven't done anything that I'm going to regret.
What? Me? Select a pet for you? Never. I would never be that presumptuous. A pet is a very special thing.
So
many things to select. Color, size, disposition, gender. No, I'd never make that decision for anyone.
Good.
So you'll have to make it yourself. Ramon, put those down there. Voila!
Vinny, you should have.
Oh, Vinny, I'm glad you did. Hey, hi.
Dachshunds, pick one, hurry up. The others are due back in the window.
This was kind of interesting.
Oh, Henry, very good, very good. You picked a winner.
No, a wiener.
Wiener. Yeah.